Hi, my loves. Welcome back to another episode of Tea and Takes with Simi. As I said, this will be our new pattern. Whenever I have a take, I will record. I have had this thought for a while, and I have been meaning to give it. So, I guess here we go. This is my take for today. My take for today is that people don't want to be helped. I know that sounds absurd, but I think that it is human. I think that people don't like to feel weak, and being in a position of where you are receiving help can sometimes make people feel weak. I think that maybe once or twice is not might not be that bad for them, but if it's repeated, I think it is especially aggravated. So my um new stand as someone whose identity for a long time was being the person who was helpful, or who people would speak on about, like, oh, she did this for me and she did that for me, and she listened to me at this time, and she was my shoulder, and she really encouraged me. Honestly, I did think at those times that I was really doing good. I was doing it from so much love for each of those people. But I realized that from a conversation with my great wise sister that although I experienced it as love, they might not necessarily have been experiencing it that way. So, and I always wondered why that happened. Like, it was always like a time lapse thing that I almost started predicting and expecting, where I would, get into a new friendship, things would seem to be going well. They would lean on me for support. I thought I was leaning on them too. And I'm always like an encourager. Honestly, I'm the friend to hype you up when you're taking your pictures. Genuinely, I mean it. I'm not even trying to be a sycophant or anything. I really just find the people I love very beautiful. I think the world of them. I think that I see 100% of, like, I think that they can, like, literally rule the world, you know. And so I tell that to them to be like, yeah, you're like capable of doing this and this and this. Like, when they need it, I'm the type of friend to be called to be like, oh yeah, I'm feeling really down now, or I have this meeting. Please, can you, you know, I used to be that person. I'm trying not to be anymore. And so at first, it will be gratitude to be like, oh, thank you. That was really helpful. You know, you really helped me when you called in that time, or when you helped me this time. And afterwards, a couple of months, there would be this resentment that I can see setting. And my theory is that even when people need you, or they think they do, because I don't think anyone is really needed. I don't think that I was indispensable or anything in those situations. But I think that even when people like what you offer to them, if it's constant and they feel almost like they depend on you for it, they will begin to resent you. First of all, for having that thing that they don't have, they think they don't have. I think anything can be developed. And secondly, I think that they feel condescended to, even if that's not your intentions. So even if you're also someone who likes to even just offer help, even before they ask, you're like the type to offer, like, oh, I have this thing, would you care for it? People don't like that as well. And they would also resent you, because they would, even that you're offering to them, it would be like, oh, does this person think, did they think that I would not be capable of doing it myself? The human mind is just funny. So all in all, I think a balanced way to live will be to be selfish. Yeah, I know that that's unconventional, but I think that selfishness would actually benefit you if you are this type of person who has more of a tendency and leaning to giving yourself in that way, because you get to benefit in two ways. Because first of all, another thing that happens when after the first few weeks when people are grateful is that you become a tool to them. You become not really a human being with feelings or problems of your own. You're a tool for encouragement and enlightenment, and you're also required to be available 247, or you are a quote unquote wicked person. You're a bad person for not being, the tool that they bought in the market to be used whenever, on demand. So honestly, nobody cares if you're breaking down, or you're in the hospital, or you're getting divorced, or like your life is being upended. You have subconsciously set yourself up in their minds as this tool for this support. So it could be financial, maybe you give them money, you set yourself up to be the bank, and there's an expectation that just sets in, where it's like, yeah, they might say thank you, but the truth is their mind is not interpreting what you're doing as like anything worth real gratitude. It's like, yeah, you have, it's like, I think that they almost blame you. Their minds of almost say like, yeah, like you set me up to expect this of you. Like if you didn't want me to start expecting this of you, you should have been doing this for me all along. And so since you have been doing it for me all along, yeah, like get with the program and continue providing your freaking services. So yeah, you just become this tool. And I think that no one deserves to feel like a tool. So that's number one reason why you should just quit it. Number two reason is that you get to suffer double. Because on top of being used as a tool and not really being seen as a human being, you are then punished for actually helping. Bro, what? Yeah, so the fact that you were like kind and offered your time and your money, and whatever it is you thought you were doing and you were being good, yeah, that very thing, they interpreted it and received it as, oh, you saw them as weak, or you were condescending to them, or you were being to aspire to perspire, or you were being um you were trying to prove that you were better than, whatever weird ways that their mind interprets it. They just don't like that. Oh, for you to have provided this thing for me, giving me this money, or this advice, or this encouragement, it means that you are saying that you are above me. And for that alone, they will attack you, and try to bring down your self-esteem, try to make comments, try to be passive aggressive, and just like you then. And I think that resentment is funny, because I think that resentment hardly ever goes away. I think it's like super hard once resentment has set for it to go away. I'm trying to remember or recollect if I've actually ever seen resentment set and go away. And honestly, I can't remember. I think that what then happens is that you're then in this weird dynamic where like there's like a lack of trust, basically, because um no matter the interactions, or for joy, or I don't know, just camaraderie that is happening between you guys, there's like a sky, there's a sky, or I don't know what word I should use, like a cloud of resentment that then just like follows the relationship around. There's a cloud of like, where it's like, oh, we could be laughing right now, but you could just like, the person could just like say something in the midst of the laugh, because it's like, even though they're like existing with you and it seems happy, it's like it, I think the resentment is in their mind 247 whenever they're interacting or thinking about you. So it is leaking out, no matter how hard they're trying to conceal it. So yeah, I think that no one is bad. The giver of the support, advice, money, or encouragement, whatever, isn't a bad person, because they probably were coming from a good place. But, and I think the receiver of the support, and of course the giver of the resentment, isn't also necessarily a bad person, because it has happened too many times for me to villainize it. I think that it is just maybe some part of human nature. And so I think it's better to attune oneself to human nature and just like act accordingly. And I think that means like not becoming that person for anyone. Use whatever gifts, money, you know, whatever that is the good thing that you've been giving to these people as support. Use it for yourself, I think. And use it to benefit yourself. Hold your peace whenever that instinct comes upon you to just like, oh, give this person a word of encouragement, or offer, or tell anybody something. Just don't do it. Literally, like, hold yourself back. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Until next time. Bye.